Broadcast is live.
It says we are live. So let's see.
Just a little bit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I like that better.
It says we are live.
All right, we're
so
live.
let's see. Yeah.
Well, it's 9 o'clock and we're on.
Yeah. It says we are live. All right, so let's.
I don't see a.
Let's go ahead and do a little sharing here.
Oh.
Good morning, folks. We're waiting for a few people to drop on.
Or anybody.
On. Yeah.
Really, at this point.
Right now, I see that I'm watching, which is, it's good.
Well, it's nice to be interested in what you're doing.
So let's get us out to, we'll do the Delaware County,
Yeah, I don't know why.
everything Delco one more time.
Mine's not.
Yeah. And we'll do Smack and Jack Connection.
Yep, yeah, I see it. Yep, there's now that was like way down on my page.
Huh.
I think it would be on the beginning.
All I know is
good.
that because we're going through this third-party platform, StreamYard, Facebook doesn't seem to pick that up as if we were going directly through a Facebook Live.
Okay.
It's going from here to Facebook,
right,
and then also to YouTube. So,
right.
So what's going on, brother?
Barbara's on. All right. Well, we can start the show. Barbara's on.
Hey,
morning, Barbara.
Good morning, Barbara. Thanks for joining us
yes.
today.
And don't say anything. It's coming up. It's coming up.
This is our first.
Yeah. When was the last time we were on?
Since I think it was October 5th. October 4th, can't remember. October 5th?
That was right before I got sick. Then.
October 2nd, somewhere in there.
Yes. Yeah, October was horrible, and then you were busy the last few weeks. And
it's been a long fall. Different events. We had at church, we had the Harvest Fair on one Saturday.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Marching band events. Headed up to the Mountain House a few times for me. Just these Saturdays fill up when you don't have any other days of the week to do those types of things.
Yes.
So,
and the show gets pushed aside.
Well, it's just one thing after.
I'm not saying it's irresponsible, Joel. I'm just saying it's
And then there was somebody called in sick once or twice.
Yeah. Well, yes, I did. Yes.
So actually, you didn't call in sick. We just assumed.
Assume there wasn't much of a heartbeat going on over here. Although I could have done. Nah, I don't think I'd even would have done a remote. It was
I thought about that too. I was like, let's just take a little bit of time off. As you can tell right now, I have a little frog in my throat as well. I feel completely fine, but it's this morning. I swear, the older I get, the more that this accumulates.
In the overnight,
in the morning, and then usually in the morning at school during the week, I have chorus rehearsal at like 8:30. I'm like,
yeah.
Test. So anyway,
let's get a show started.
Let's get going. We're going to get into our introduction. We see we have a few people on. Thanks for joining us today.
Mug that my sister gave me.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
That is a beautiful mug. And guess what I have?
Aren't teachers fabulous? Something like that.
'Tis the season to believe in teachers. Yes.
Nice.
Got this from Lyndon Brad a few years back.
Really? I was thinking. Yeah. Oops, I'm sorry. That's wrong. I thought your kids would have given you that.
No.
School kids, I mean.
No, yeah. So we each have one of these.
Yeah.
And I thought, what? Let me throw this in the old bag, the old catch-all, and bring it over for our show today.
Okay.
So I got my coffee.
I got my coffee. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and we're going to get started. So we'll be right back.
And here we go.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Slenderman.
Jack up your income, smack it in the face. Jack it up, jack it up, jack it up, smack it in the face. Jack up your income, smack it in the face.
Wow, what a transformation.
What has just happened here, folks?
Wow.
Man,
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Well, I'm not taking any chances. And my dear friend Barbara got this done early. early.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It is nice, and it's very,
Yeah.
very nice
Yeah.
and comfortable. Where the heck is the thing? Nice, cozy, and it's really nice fabric. Yeah, she does very nice work. Barbara does.
Right. So she made that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Yep. Well done.
I
well
should
done,
show you. All right. Since we're on the subject, hold on.
Yeah.
This might be a little dusty.
Wow, this one too.
Yeah, she made this for me. This has got to be.
Wow.
I'm thinking probably 15 years old, and it sits there. And some people laugh at me because it's in my shop in the middle of August, but I love it. I think it's really nice.
That is beautiful.
So
yeah.
Anyway.
Wow. Well done. You might get some
Christmas all year round here at the shop.
Might get some business out of Smackin' Jack here.
yeah, right.
At least somebody gets some business.
Yeah, right. The orders are going to be rolling in now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
and Jim's on. Good. So anyway, So I figure this may be our Christmas show. We're not sure.
Yeah, folks, we're not even sure what the month of December looks like.
Yeah.
Part of the issue is that we're no longer at this point under the COVID lockdown as we were last year.
Right.
So like everything is happening again.
Yes. Yep.
Especially with my girls and the family and things at church and
Yeah.
so forth. So we're not sure if we're going to be on next week or not.
And the one girl, the oldest one, are we getting any closer to a decision here in college? Or
Well, no decision yet. Although she did get an acceptance yesterday to Penn State.
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So,
Penn State's,
She applied.
She said she wasn't going to drink beer in college, but if she goes to Penn State, she might have to.
So we at least have Penn
Yeah, good,
State
okay.
as a fallback
Yeah.
plan.
Well, Penn State's a
It's a great school. So
Yeah.
we're that she put out several applications, but she got her first response yesterday from Penn State.
Very cool,
Yeah,
good.
so that's exciting.
She's still thinking about
JMU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yep, that's definitely on the list.
James
she
Madison,
loved it down there, James
Yeah,
Madison.
good.
So
Okay.
okay, Keith. Well, happy
Yeah,
holidays,
nice.
everybody. We see we got a bunch of people on. Thanks for joining us today. And again, we are sorry we haven't been around, but we have not forgotten about you, and we're so happy you haven't forgotten about us.
Well, a couple haven't. The studio audience is a little thin this morning, but that's okay. We're always on Facebook. I mean, YouTube.
Yep.
And,
so who we got? Good morning, Jim. Good to see you on, Jim. Hey, Joe.
Joey's on. Hey, what's up, Joe?
Good morning. So let's get
Joe and the Pearson
going.
clan.
Let's get going with our important information that we want to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
So let me go to my screen share. We're gonna talk a little bit about COVID, folks. There is, I can't tell you how much negativity we could actually talk about today.
Oh, we could be on for months. Just
Right, you know that, I know that. I mean, there's so many negative things. So we're gonna talk a little bit about COVID at this time. We know that the Omicron variant is here, and like when I heard that there was a new variant in South Africa, I said give it like 3 days.
Yeah.
It'll be all over the United States, which it is.
it is.
Philadelphia, nearby, whatever. But let's take a look at some of the numbers at this point, and then we have some personal conversation to talk about regarding COVID-19. So,
okay, maybe a questionnaire or two.
Yes,
We'll see.
yeah, we could probably do something like that. Let's go to screen share. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. And we'll go here. Is that what we got? Okay, so this is
Myron's on. Hey, Myron.
a handy dandy little.
Feeling better now, Myron.
Yeah, he is sounding better too, I have to say. So this is just a handy dandy little website that I found yesterday. Coronavirus cases, 49 million, deaths 808, recovered. I want to highlight that. Recovered 39,463,000, and we'll find out in a minute that you're one of them.
Yeah.
You're like, if it weren't for you, this would be a 4.
It would be a 4, yeah. And I didn't realize the deaths were up that high. I guess while I was out of whack, I wasn't following, because the last I heard, it was like 500,000, and within the last month or so. There's still casualties.
It's still staggering.
Yeah.
Quite.
And people think it's not a pandemic because there's not enough.
Right.
Whatever. We'll get into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then the next part I wanted to bring up was, another anti-vaxxer has died. And this guy, Marcus Lamb, he is an evangelist, or he was an evangelist. I forget what his Daystar Daystar Television Network. So he had millions of people following him. They railed against the vaccine, all vaccines, quite frankly. And of course, he went ahead and took the ivermectin, the hydrochloroquine, however you say that. And he's right around 62, 61, 62. I'm sorry, 64 right there. And he has died. And the family said that was, the bad guys trying to get at his father and this, that, and the other thing, which it certainly was. I mean, COVID's not a good thing. But the fact that he was railing against the vaccines and all that, not good. So that brings us, Keith, to your situation.
Yes.
And how about, Keith, we start off with a little questionnaire first.
Okay, yeah, sure.
We're going to start with a questionnaire about Keith's illness. And then we'll get into discussing, kind of
the therapies and whatnot.
Branch off of that. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So many of you know that when did you have COVID?
Well, it had to have been right after the show. It was early in I guess I should have brought my papers with me. It was early in October because I didn't go back to work until November, I think.
Was it?
Okay. Yeah, it was a good 3 weeks I was out.
So I think
first week.
But you called me
maybe the 10th.
Okay, October.
Yeah, October 10th. That sounds.
Okay. All right. So let's go into what your doctor prescribed.
Okay.
And I'll show you a medication, and you just let me know true, false, yes, no, those types of things. Okay. So here we go.
What is what?
Ivermectin. Did the doctor prescribe?
Well,
that
I asked, and what did he say?
No ivermectin.
No.
Wow.
Nope.
So your doctor said.
Yeah, isn't this what's the guy's name? The comedian
Joe Rogan.
Isn't that what he's pushing? Joe Rogan. Okay. Used to like him up until I found that out.
You talked to a doctor though, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I didn't call Joe. He was busy. I called him first, and then I called the doctor.
So professional sports people like Aaron Rodgers, who get paid millions and millions of dollars, he calls Joe Rogan. He calls Joe Rogan.
Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened. And has a conversation, and Joe told him to take ivermectin.
You don't have to be smart to catch a football or throw a football. You really don't.
All right. How about hydrochloroquine?
Well, I asked about that too, and he started on a rant about he really didn't like the fact that ABBA was getting back together and Dancing Queen was his favorite. So I guess he didn't really hear what I was saying. So again, the answer.
No. Okay, my goodness gracious! All these medications that are being pushed by certain people, your doctor did not tell you.
Yeah, well, he's a little bit older. Penn Medicine, it's not what it used to be. They're at the very top, but they're still,
antiquated.
Yeah, it's only the biggest regional,
Right.
So they might be slipping a bit.
They're not up on these current medications. All right. How about iodine?
After I got done soaking my toenails in iodine, as we remember we used to do, or at least used to watch it back in the day. Once again,
no iodine.
No iodine.
Okay, my goodness gracious. How about more vitamin B and vitamin D? Take more vitamins. That will cure you.
Yeah,
he must have said yes to that.
No, he didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything about
it. But actually, I've talked to a couple of nurses that did say, more vitamins and all that kind of stuff. But not as a cure, as to help. This is after I've had it.
Right.
Just try to get back. Because this thing apparently lasts a good long time. So, but no.
So that's kind of like a half. It doesn't hurt to take vitamin B and D, of course.
Right.
But not as a cure,
nope.
right? Okay.
Let's finish this.
Sorry. Ingest Lysol certainly because it was prescribed to us from way above the ranks of our country.
What was this? The guy that had that orange hair? I can't remember. Trunk. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, general. Yeah. No. And actually, I used to drink Lysol when I had a drinking problem. We ran out when I was married. We used to go on binges.
You did those things, right?
And we'd run out of wine, and the grade of wine my dear ex-wife drank was tasted very similar to Lysol.
Okay, so no for Lysol either.
Yeah. Let's move this.
I believe there's one more here, Keith. How about inhaling bleach?
No.
He didn't tell you to inhale bleach, like squirt it up your nose and.
Nope. No bleach at all.
Man.
I don't even use bleach on my socks anymore because then you got to do 2 loads, you know?
Right, you got to separate the whites. Yeah,
that's
talk about ancient.
Is that really a thing? Inhaling? I mean,
I did see that. It was one of the. So you're saying that none of these
no,
were prescribed.
Yeah, none of them were prescribed. Just like any other flu symptom or virus kind of thing, go home and rest.
Yeah, go home and rest.
You know, I was waiting for him to say some kind of regimen of something. You know, just go home and rest. You know, drink plenty of fluids, Gatorades, you know, those kind of things, and mostly what they said is fluids. And I lost my appetite, so I ate because I had to, and I've got my taste back now. I think probably not all the way, but my taste did go. So you know, I didn't do anything either. You know, so I wasn't hungry, didn't have an appetite, and just and I tell you what, if I hadn't gotten vaccinated, I might not be here, Joel.
Well, that is definitely a possibility.
And I got the
and that's not even a joke.
No, it's not a joke. I'm going to get this wrong. Monoclonal antibodies. Which is,
so that you did get and was prescribed by your doctor.
Right. Yes. I was right after I was diagnosed. I went to the place you went to.
Let's go back. Like what? How,
so let's start.
How did this all start?
My dear friend Myron, his wife and his daughter had COVID, and they were both vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
And Myron, like me, he was getting, he didn't want to get COVID, so he'd go and get these rapid tests every now and then. And then the Friday that I got, it was Wednesday. I started feeling, coughing and headache and all that kind of stuff, and I have headaches a bit, so.
Mm-hmm.
So Thursday, I felt like horrible. It must have been Thursday I called out. So I said, I'm going to run over to the quick test just to make sure that's not, I'm sure it's just the regular cold and all that kind of stuff. So I went to the place.
And when you were talking to me on the phone, you had this normal cough.
Right.
That he has when he
has a cold.
Even when you're feeling good.
Yes.
You have this cough.
Well,
that's like,
you know how the sinuses, when you breathe, it's almost burns. The air is so cold or something like that. Had that. Yeah, and a more frequent cough, and a headache was killing me. And I've heard a lot of people have bad headaches with this. So then I went to the urgent care that you recommended, and they gave me the quick test. They said it was negative, and they said, since you're not feeling well, I suggest doing the I can't remember, PPR or something like that. Anyway, takes a couple of days. So it's just another swab, and they sent that out, and they actually that was Friday. Friday I went down there in the afternoon. They called me Saturday afternoon and said, you're positive. So and they didn't even say anything as far as to what to do. They just said, you're out for 10 days. You can't go back to anywhere. And I was planning on going to the Downrigging Festival.
October 20th.
You're right. And that was okay. All right. So that was
about that time.
All right. The following week there, I said, it'll be around 10 days. She goes, no, I wouldn't do that. Nobody's going to want you around you anyway. So be around you. So, but it took me, in that 10 days, I still didn't feel good. So I called the doctor, and they say, stay home a couple more days. And it was the Monday before I went to work. I was supposed to go back to work that Monday, and I still didn't feel good. So I called and had a video chat with the doctor, and they said, well, I'll just, take another 72 hours. And, because, they say you can't go back to work unless you're symptom free. And I was symptom free, other than I was just drained. I mean, I just felt like I'd been through the ringer. And the doctor said, I'm not worried that you're going to give it to anybody, but I'm just worried about your health, going, kind of lift. It's a pretty physical job. So they said, just take it easy and when I went back to work, eventually, it was kind of tough getting back into the swing of, after you're like laying on a couch for 3 weeks. So
that's got to be tough getting up and moving around. So since then you've had how many positive, like you had to get how many tests?
Well, I just had, let me tell you about that hydrochloric clonal antibody. The doctor called me right after I was tested positive. He said, you want to try that? I said, yeah. And he said, well, you have to be accepted. So I guess you put in he gives all the stats, and then they called, it was like the X-Files. They called me like 7 a.m. and they said, we have an opening, and it's up at Chester County Hospital, just around the corner. And they said, come on up. So I did the triage in the truck, which is I'll fill out all the stuff. They talked to somebody on the phone, and then this gal came out with it completely. I mean, it looked like that movie,
Gosh, right, yeah,
covered with everything. They took me into this room. There's three. I think there was 4 of us, 3 or 4 of us, and they did it was the 2 shots is really heavy gel kind of stuff, and that took like an hour and a half or something like that. We just had to sit.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Make sure there's no reaction or all that kind of stuff, and they said your body builds up these antibodies anyway when you get sick, and this is just supposed to jumpstart it.
Get a boost in it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure whether it worked because I don't have anything to compare it to, but I'm glad I got it. So
yeah.
And then what was your next question?
So how many more tests?
Oh yeah, right. So I had to
positive test.
It must have been that day that I called it. It was a negative. I got another the full PEEP or whatever that's called, and it came back, and I got it done up here, and they said you could still test positive. What the heck did they say? You could test positive for a couple of weeks after you don't have any symptoms, just because there still could be that in your system.
Mm-hmm.
So, it came back negative anyway, which they were actually kind of surprised about. But I still didn't feel well. So I couldn't go back until I had a negative test.
Okay.
So I had the negative test. I still didn't feel, well enough to go back to work.
Yeah.
So finally I got back, but it was a good 3 weeks.
Yeah. Interesting. So just before you did that, I had taken Caroline.
Oh, right. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So before this happened, Caroline wasn't feeling well at school. So I had to leave my school early and go pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a little side story there. Sophia's been at Pencrest High School now for 4 years, right? She's a senior, and I had no idea where the nurse's office was. Caroline is a freshman. She's been in that school for like 6 weeks, and now I know where the nurse's office is. So she wasn't feeling well, this, that, and other thing. And Steph and I knew it was just her normal allergy that she gets. Like every year she gets this. But we had to get her tested because she had these symptoms. So we took her to the wherever you went. I can't remember. It's one of those rapid places. You just kind of drive in, you tell them you're there, sit out in the parking lot.
Right, yeah.
And they called us in. It's an actual doctor's office, but
there was I was pleased with those people.
Yeah. So we'll get you the name of that at some point. I can't remember. Ours was down in Brookhaven.
I keep getting emails from them, and I can't think of the name of that stupid place.
So we got the rapid test done, and then the doctor said, with those who are vaccinated, sometimes these rapid tests don't give a clear. Or did you tell me that? A clear indicator?
It's the other one's a lot more
reliable.
You're right, like 98%. The other one's iffy. Yes.
So the first one came back negative, so we felt good. So we went ahead and obviously had the other test done as well, and fortunately that one came back negative. And then you had called me about going down to get the test and all that stuff. So
right.
I think you went out to what, Westchester?
That was Wilmington.
Wilmington.
Yeah, right over the line. There's one.
That's
the first one. Yes.
Yeah, and then just to back up, you are fully vaccinated.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think we mentioned that. We're both fully vaccinated. Now I'm hoping to get my booster at some point, and Linda and Brad just got theirs yesterday.
And Linda was fine.
Brad was wiped out for a day, and that's what I am.
Be a little under.
I am really afraid of that because now I got to schedule. At school, substitutes are non-existent.
Yes.
So now it's like, I feel bad for being out of school because I know the secretary is now going to scramble to find get somebody into my classroom. So it's been really crazy, but so now I got to get the shingle shot still, which I wanted to do last week. I completely forgot to schedule that, and then I want to get my booster shot. I'm going to try to do both of them on a Friday.
Well, the shingles, I believe, is a 2-shot deal. I believe.
Well, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got the one.
Oh, you already got
back in August.
Okay.
So I have 2 to 6 months to get the second one. So I need to kind of get that one squared away. Then I want to get my booster, but anyway, well, a sad follow-up story from that. An acquaintance who I knew in high school, trumpet player, he and I were in the Delaware Valley Symphonic Band.
Mm-hmm.
He sat right next to me. He is about 6 years younger than me. Well, he collapsed lung, ICU for I think maybe a month, and he passed away on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
COVID. Now, I have no idea if he was vaccinated or not. I'm thinking maybe he wasn't. It to be that severe as far as I just don't know. So anyway, there we are. Thank you, Brother Keith. You're looking great. You sound great.
Well, I don't think I look good. I had a
well, the hat does a lot for you.
It's always the pretty women I talk to at the wine store. I was talking to one of them the other day, and a couple of weeks ago, and I said, she said, "Where you been?" I said, "I have had COVID." She goes, "Yeah, you don't look good." I'm like, "Have a nice
Thanks,
day."
man.
Yeah,
thanks. Yeah. All right.
Anywho, where's the do?
Are we ready to move on, Keith?
Yes. Now I'm ready to move on. Yes.
Let's move on. So we'll get to another screen.
So get your shot.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have to do that. I know because both shots I got, they wiped me out. And I think it was the same setup with Linda and Brad. Linda was kind of all right, and Brad got wiped out. And Brad doesn't really get nothing bothers him. So I'm gonna have to take a couple days off. I'm just playing down.
I am concerned about that. Yeah,
maybe I'll wait till after Christmas. So
right, yeah.
And it's got to be if you had COVID, you have to wait. And I don't know how. It's a certain amount of time you have to wait before you get that booster shot. Anyway.
Well, hopefully you're super immune at this point.
Yes, right.
For a little bit, right?
Right.
So, all right, let's do another screen share. A couple interesting news stories that have come up here, and then we will move on to get to the highlight, which would be the jokes and the trivia and all that stuff, and see if we can get ourselves out of here in a
timely fashion.
Yeah. So let's go back to our screen share. Let's see if I can do this.
And by the way, a timely fashion. Our show is now 3 hours long, so we should be okay.
Okay. So over in California, cash was scattered across the Southern California freeway, sent drivers into a frenzy. So this is back in November 20th. You may have heard of this a few days ago now. So apparently several bags broken after a door of a Brinks truck swung open, spreading money, mainly ones and 20s all over the lanes and bringing the freeway to a chaotic stop. So I saw a little bit of this on the news the other day. Very interesting. So, but the police department is requiring that all that money be returned.
Of course,
so they've already captured a few people who are kind of stuffing it in their
especially
bags.
I didn't know Sophia was out there, but
she does look a little bit like Sophia.
Get those pigtails back to the police office.
Now here's one that's right up our alley, Keith. Lock in, dozens stuck in England's highest pub after storm. Wow. So apparently the Tan Hill Inn, following fresh snowfall in Richmond, Yorkshire, Yorkshire, sorry. England, Saturday, March 3rd. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's an old picture. But anyway, they had apparently a late autumn snowstorm where trees fell and power lines were knocked out and the roads were blocked. They couldn't get out of there. So this is like one of the highest points in
York.
Yeah, the pub sits at 1,732 feet above sea level and used to being cut off by bad weather. So there is an inn. It is an inn, so it's not like just a pub, which would have been ridiculous. But so could you imagine? Could you think of a better place to be stuck?
Man, talk about heaven! Look how pretty. Nobody around, and
nobody around for miles. You have a place to sleep. You have a pub to go to, and the staff there put on games and this, that, and the other thing.
Now, I was in York. We must have driven through the Dales. And I can't picture anything being super high. How high? What's the elevation of your house in the Boca?
This is 1732. I think our house is at least 1900
so not
that's not even
hill.
As high as
right.
Yeah. But look how open it is there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And they don't get snow over there.
They're maybe just not. Well, trees and stuff. You just can't. Trees are knocked down, taking out wires and so forth. You really can't do much for that. So, all right,
cool.
So that is some interesting news items, folks. If you are getting anything out of this show, just like even if you got a chuckle because he was sick, right?
Okay.
If you just found that humorous and you weren't concerned at all, go ahead and give us a love, give us a share, love the love button, smack the like button. I have to literally read what I'm supposed to say at this point.
Go back to
so long.
The COVID thing. I failed to mention when it first broke, I was working in the wine store in Goshen, and we were closed down for 3 weeks. And then when they opened it back up, we were doing curbside delivery and all that kind of stuff. So we only had like a small crew come in, and I came back because I didn't want to lose any seniority or whatever. I didn't know what was going to happen. So, and we had to wear a mask when we go to the car, that they weren't really pushing it for inside the store. And we weren't super close to each other because there was only a few of us there, but and then after everybody came back, they had to get rid of some of the crew. And so they shipped me down to another store. Mm-hmm. And then a couple of days after that, 8 people got COVID in the store I was in.
Wow. Right.
And I was spared. I remember
that. Yep. Yeah.
And then I was down here West Town for a little while. And then I finally moved me over to Malvern, where I am now. And last year was after Christmas. Everybody in that store got sick except for me and this woman that I work with. And so we were there for like 2 weeks by ourselves.
Wow.
And I didn't get sick. Now this, we were, by then, you're wearing your mask and all, the first time I don't know how I got out of it because we weren't really that conscious of the mask and all that. But the second time we were, a lot of stuff was still shut down. And I was fine up until October, so I let my guard down at some point.
Yeah.
And they do say that everybody that's getting it now is the Delta variant, which is a stronger virus than the regular.
Yeah.
But this new one,
who knows? So, now, do you know, was it the Delta that you had?
Yes, that's what they said.
They said.
They just said everybody's getting it now that's vaccinated is getting Delta. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So anyway, that's.
Yeah, well, you let your guard down a little bit, but you were vaccinated.
Yes, right.
So I mean, we all did that.
Yeah, I know, but and then I went down to Joby's last week, and I stopped at the Maryland, those rest stops on 95, and I went in, and I had my mask, and I didn't wear it in. I figured I'd go in, take a break for a second and come back out. It was mobbed, and I felt so. I walked around. I put my I'm probably gonna feel like that forever now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been wearing it, wherever I go now.
Yeah.
Again.
Yep.
Even into like Home Depot, you go to Home Depot, it's back on. I'm not wearing my mask.
What the heck? Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It's like half the people are, half the people aren't.
Yep.
That's fine. So
anyway.
Okay. Shall we do some trivia? Where are we here on time? Do we still have time for trivia?
Yeah, we got plenty of time. We got 2.5 hours.
And then we have jokes. We have just 3 jokes that you'll laugh your socks off. As always, right?
Thanks.
And then
yes, right.
And then you have some really good historical information for us.
Very
right.
Yes,
as always, Keith never lets us down with his accurate information. Sometimes he prints on paper that's already been
That's why I
on,
can't understand
and
why
I'm
single. I never let anybody down. Can we just move on?
All right, let's go to our trivia, and we'll go to screen share. Back here again.
Where's the
Shut up!
All right, let's do the trivia.
So this is all this is all television, and I'm hoping that we haven't done it yet. Okay. All right, so we'll do 4 of these. So folks, trivia, go ahead and label 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Okay. And we'll start.
And this is number 1.
Okay. Trivia. A fictional Princeton Plainsboro teaching hospital in New Jersey was the set of a popular American television medical drama starring Hugh Laurie. Do we know who that is?
Okay.
That is back on. Yes. A little bit more about Hugh Laurie later.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it.
All right.
Alyssa Milano starred in what fantasy television drama about a group of sisters that discover they are witches? Oh, I used to watch that. Yes. It was right up there with Buffy. I got to tell you. On the television sitcom Family Ties, what was the name of Michael Fox's character? Oh, I can't believe I watched that religiously, like every episode. Oh my goodness, this is going to be that's number 3. Number 4 in the television show Roseanne. Which state did the Connor family live in? Connor family. Did you know that they were?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't realize they were. Okay, so let's go through number 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. Number 1, a fictional Princeton Plainsboro teaching hospital in New Jersey was the set of what popular American television medical drama starring Hugh Laurie? Number 2, Alyssa Milano starred in what fantasy television drama about a group of sisters that discover they are witches? Number 3, on the television sitcom Family Ties, what was the name of Michael Fox's character? Number 4, in the television show Roseanne, which state did the Connor family live in? Okay, so that was
Deb's got it.
Yeah?
Damn, she's got it.
All right.
Deb's
Very good.
on,
Okay.
Kathy's on.
Let's go to
let that marinate for a bit. We got a lot of
yeah.
responses
Now
already.
we're going to do jokes.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and finish up our trivia. Okay. Joke number 1. Thank you, Kathy, if you're on.
Hold on.
I'm still using your packet of jokes here.
Oh, that's what the joke. Okay, because I saw her name on the.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So we got 3 really fantastic, awesome jokes today. Joke number 1. Why couldn't the string quartet find their composer?
Why?
He was hiding.
Oh, Haydn.
Franz Joseph Haydn. Why don't skeletons play music in church?
Why?
Because they don't have any organs. All right. And number 3. What's the most musical type of food?
Beans.
Chicken drumsticks, of course.
Oh, of course.
All right. What do you got there, Keith?
COVID symptoms. That's what I got. Oh my Lord. I'm fine if I don't ever talk. Oh my goodness sake. Let's
All
see
right.
what we got.
Let's finish this up so we can get out of here. We're going to do your.
Oh, you want to do that first?
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll go back to the trivia. Okay?
Rock and roll history today. Let's do the since we may not be back before Christmas, the greatest. Now, this is something I just pulled up off a Rolling Stone, no doubt. I'm ashamed at you, Rolling Stone. However, the greatest rock and roll songs of all time. I don't know if these are in any sort of order, but the first one is Run DMC. Christmas in Hollis. Actually, that's pretty good. The video is good. John Lennon, Happy Xmas, War's Over. I watched a little bit of that documentary last.
Not impressed?
No, hippies. I'm sorry,
yeah.
Joby. I love you. And you're not that kind of hippie. It's, I think I'm a bit of a hippie, but anyway. Darlene Love, Christmas, Baby Please Come Home.
Yeah.
And I like U2's version of that.
Okay.
Baby. But anyway, Darlene did it first. Anyway, Bruce Springsteen, Santa Claus Coming to Town, always a great one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think, well, never mind. The Beach Boys, Little Saint Nick. I don't know if I can really, I'm sure I've never really into the Beach Boys. Chuck Berry, Run, Run, Rudolph. That's always a good staple. Adam Sandler, the Hanukkah song, of course, which is, sure, why not? That's Adam. I like Adam Sandler. The Ronettes, Frosty the Snowman. Now that's Ronnie, the Ronettes. Ronnie Spector.
All right.
Okay. Oh yes. Band-Aid. Do they know it's Christmas? A good one. Very good one. It's all the pop stars from the mid 80s.
Like the 80s, right?
Yeah, you got to watch that video. So some of these people are probably not even with us anymore. Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time.
Mm-hmm.
Not my favorite. He did this one called Mull of Kintyre. I think it's a real old Scottish standard or something. Got to look it up. It's a great song.
Okay.
McCartney and Wing. McCartney. About the same time, but it's just a great song. They played a heck out of this Christmas song. I'm not in love with.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bobby Helms, Jingle Bell Rock. Okay, I guess he must have done it first. I can picture the little country girl sing Jingle Bell.
I can't picture that little country
Weird Al Yankovic, The Night Santa Went Crazy. Never heard that. I kind of like Weird Al, but I wouldn't have put that into one of the best. And Darlene Love, again, the one that did Christmas Baby. Christmas Time for the Jews. Now, I've never. I don't think
I've heard this song.
No,
either.
and they probably can't. I think we have a good one in the Hanukkah song. I don't understand. It's just. Kanye, we're going to go right by. That's about it. Oh,
okay.
Of course. Well, yeah, we're not going to mention it because it's every year it sells about 18 billion. She's still making like a tremendous amount every single year.
Keith, that we missed our calling right there. All we had to do is write one Christmas song, make it popular, and
Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas.
Yeah.
You got to admit she was cute back then.
Yeah,
but
that song's not bad.
No, it isn't for some. that you got to hear every year, and that's
Yeah.
about it. So,
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Of course, my favorite. There's a bunch of them. Slade, Merry Christmas, everybody. That is my all-time favorite. Christmas Wrappings by the Waitresses, another great one. There's a couple of more.
And of course, you all know all my Christmas favorites are the old standards.
Yes,
whether they be choral selections or big band selections or something like that. But yeah,
okay.
Right, so go ahead and look that. So that was on what, Rolling Stone?
Yeah, this was Rolling.
You want to
Stone,
check out that top?
Yes, I'm not a
top 15 list there at RollingStone.com
with most of them. Anywho,
all right, let's take a look at our trivia.
Finish
up so you guys can get on to having a fantastic Saturday. We get back to our share here. And can I just do that? No. Right, so share.
And the little drummer boy.
Oh, yeah.
I like Joan Jett's version.
I don't know if I know that. I'm sorry, Fern. All right. So we screen share here?
Let's go. Yeah, I guess I got to go back.
Yeah, go back to StreamYard and make sure we're on. Okay.
What do we have? We have 1, 2. Well, we got a few answers there.
We got some replies on this one?
Okay.
Okay. A fictional Princeton Plainsboro teaching hospital in New Jersey was the set of what popular American television medical drama starring Hugh Laurie?
And we got Deb and Kathy both said House, and that is House.
Yeah, House MD. House MD. Very good. Alyssa Milano starred in what fantasy television drama about a group of sisters that discover they are witches? What were you going to say?
Oh, my Lord.
All right.
Charmed. All right,
Oh,
everybody got it.
Right,
oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I would have been embarrassed. I would have been very, very embarrassed.
Charmed.
Yep.
There you go. On the television sitcom Family Ties, what was the name of Michael Fox's character? Somebody knows this, right?
Debbie's got this, and I can't believe I watched this thing every.
Sorry, I don't see all the comments on my.
It was Family Ties, The Cosby Show first. Cosby Show, Family Ties, Night Court.
Yeah.
Night Court. There was a third one in there, a fourth one in there. But anyway, I watched it, and I could not think of his name. Alex P.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, Cheers.
was
Right.
that
Cheers
Thursday,
was the
Thursday
the
night.
cap on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that was Alex P. Keaton.
All right. Yeah.
All right. In the television show, Roseanne, which state did the Connor family live in?
I've got no idea.
I'm going to say
never really watched it.
Indiana. Illinois.
Oh,
Oh man, it was going to be Illinois or Indiana. I don't know why. I have no idea why I said that.
It did look a little Midwesty there.
Yes.
But anyway, let's go back to
Oops, sorry. Back to what?
the first thing. What's his name? Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie.
Christmas time, you have got to watch Blackadder's Christmas Carol. It's on PBS. Sometimes you can get it on, I'm sure, Amazon. It's Blackadder, which was comedy. You know, they did a bunch of different every season was a different time in history. But this Christmas Carol was done. It was Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, and the Blackadder. It was great. But there's a part in it where Hugh Laurie is a prince or something like, and he's just he and Stephen Fry were a comedy duo for a long time, and they're both brilliant comedians. And it was hard for me to watch House because he was so serious.
Yeah, right.
But Hugh Laurie is just a fantastic comedian.
Wow.
And
okay.
He's just the silliest thing. So watch this show.
Yeah.
It's only about an hour long, and it's some of it's a little dated now because it was like mid '80s or early '80s. Yeah. But I try to watch that every Christmas. So. That's right. Another one more.
I was just going to say, you learned it right here at Smack
I don't know why I know so much about Hugh Laurie, but there was it was a movie. It was called Peter's Friends. And it was, I can't remember the gal that wrote it. She was a comedian. She's not really an American comedian. And Kenneth Branagh was in it, who just produced something recently, that Irish thing.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of cast, but Fry and Laurie were both in it, and it was a little bit more of a drama. But it was took place around Christmas time, and it's Stephen Fry was a heir to this big. It's nice. It's really
another movie.
No, this is a movie. Yes, I'm sure
up.
Prime has it. Yeah,
courtesy of Keith here.
Yes, and,
Mr. Entertainment.
And that's like early '90s, so there's a lot of nice music in it, rock music and all that stuff. It's great music.
Yeah.
But that's him being more. Not like House, but a little bit more serious acting. But anyway, that's nice. Your English lesson for today, ladies and gentlemen.
Very good.
Oh yeah, we do have time.
What are these? Keith brought these. Keith brought something. Not only did he bring COVID to the show, but he brought something else. Something else to our show. What is it?
Panettone, Myron. I don't know if it's panettone or panettone. Panettone is one of those cakes that come out at Christmas time. It's like it's got some of that fruit stuff in it. It's actually good, and it's got a shelf life.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Well, it's not like fruit cake because it's mostly cake. You know, it's got some of those fruit things in it, and it's a little dry, but it's not. It's hard to explain. But it's got a shelf life of about 29 years.
Oh,
and when you get it,
very good.
It's gigantic.
Sure.
I'm sure you've had Stephanie.
I'm sure I have. Yeah.
But, you know, even with a family, it's just too big. So these things I saw yesterday, they're Panettone bites. So do we have time, Joel? Do you have a little bit of coffee left?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to go into an extra extended show.
Yeah, well, you know,
a couple minutes.
It's only 45-minute show. So, you know, these people are used to
I mean, everybody else is having a snack, right?
Packaging,
yeah,
ladies
the
and
packaging
gentlemen.
is like
it's awesome.
getting into all right.
Look, I think there might actually be two of them in here.
Okay.
Oh my God.
This is like all right. So in case we're having this right here, we'll let you know if we approve.
Comes out of a package. There's actually more than two of them in here.
All right.
And yet they're this tiny little box, the picture on it.
I was expecting them to be a little bigger.
It's actually bigger than the actual.
All right, let's see here. Wait. Oh, there we go. They are child-proof.
Yeah, they are human-proof.
All right, let's see. There's about
There might be about 10 of them.
like maybe 10.
Yeah.
Here. I guess we could look at them. All right, so here we go.
Coffee, just in case. All right, so I'm gonna bite. They're small enough to pop.
I got coffee. I got water, and where's the trash can, just in case?
Right. You know, I like it.
No, it definitely has that dried fruit. Like that's the first thing I tasted was that.
But I believe the real panettone doesn't have chocolate on it, and the chocolate really goes.
Yeah,
that's nice. I'll have to grab some for you, Myron. And
that looks like that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the cake is. But like I said, it's almost like those bundt cakes that Mom used to make. Is upside, you know, and you get a slice of it. And it's just gigantic. All right,
I'm gonna have another one when we get done.
Yeah,
I won't do that now.
I'm gonna give that a 2 thumbs up. Yeah.
Where'd you get them?
Giant. They're right inside the door, and then they had something else. And I can't remember what configuration it was, but they got the regular ones all over the place. I'm sure wherever you go, they're going to be there for now through the new year. But that was my only problem with them, that they were just a little bit too big as a single. I'm sorry, Joel. It's this time of year, you know. I used to have puppies, but I do have a motorcycle that I don't have to pick up after. And I love the dog, but they were poop factories, weren't they? Anywho, all right, that's about it.
Talk about a puppy mill, man.
Yeah, really.
You definitely had a puppy mill. I guess a poop mill.
That was a poop mill because we collected all those puppies. Nobody wanted them, so someday I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, we're gonna have them run around here and biting our leg as we're trying to do the show. And
well, a dear friend of mine who has dog, he and his wife take care of dogs, and they thought I should get a cat because dogs would only be on the floor. Cats would hop all over my art.
That would not be good.
No,
that would not be good. Yeah.
Plus,
there's cat hair.
Right. So when I want to see cats, I come down and see my 2 favorite cats.
Yep, and you leave with hair all over you. And
but that's okay. I love those cats. So.
Okay, folks. I guess we've come to a halt in our show. So happy that you decided to join us this morning.
Yeah, Brad's even on. Yeah, we had a nice crew on.
Linda, Kathy, Deb, Brad.
I just hope we see you guys on Christmas
Myron,
Eve
Joe,
at some point.
Jim,
miss seeing the family.
Barbara, and everybody else who's on today. So happy you could join us.
What is? I guess we got a couple weeks.
Yeah,
we'll just leave it up in the air. If you're around, we'll do a show. If not, we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about next week. We have a birthday party coming up. I'm going to have a 15-year-old next week.
I can't remember if it was 15 or 16. I know.
15. I know. I kind of can't remember that either. So, and then the week after
and
that,
Sophia's 18.
She will be 18 in May. Yeah.
Okay, so
She's
it's just
17 right
over
now.
2 year difference. Okay.
Yeah. The week after
Wow.
that is the 18th, which I know I will not be able to do a show because I have a brass rehearsal at church
Okay.
at 9:30. And then the following week after that is actually Christmas Day.
Is it Saturday this year?
It is on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So if we do not see you before then, next week would be our only shot.
Yeah.
Actually. So if we do not see you, we'll
And
see
you know the
in new
record
year.
this fall, and it don't look too good. So,
I
but I'm
know.
really glad we got on today. because
Our
it's
next
been a
show,
while, my dear
hopefully,
friend.
if we don't see you next
Forever.
week, will be a New Year's show.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I guess the following week would be New Year's Day.
Yeah. So it won't be then. It'll be we'll do a New
All
Year's
right.
wrap up if we don't see you next week.
Keep an eye on your Facebook page, folks. We are here. We're not going anywhere.
Yes, right.
We might take a few weeks or a few months off, but
But you know, everybody's got a busy
yeah.
everybody's busy.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year if we don't see
Happy
you
Hanukkah.
before
I
then.
think Hanukkah's still,
Hanukkah is
It started Sunday,
We're just about through
Through-
Hanukkah. Yeah. So
but
it's
anyway,
been fun,
holidays,
you know,
yes.
going over that with the kids at school and
Yeah.
seeing what they're doing for Hanukkah and all that. So
Okay.
we love that.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
thanks,
Well,
guys.
yeah. Have a great. Remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live, and to have an awesome time on Smack and Jack Live. We'll see you on the next
Be
show.
kind to each other. Merry Christmas.
All right. Yep. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
And how do we end this? There we go.